Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to study two topics. One is tumultuous time. Tumultuous time means the time period means a time period of so much disorderness, so much confusion. It was the time period, this tumultuous time is the time set for the time period when the work of the framing of the constitution was started. When the framing of the constitution was started, at that time the country was in the condition of so much political disorder as well as the social disorder. There were communal rights which started in India, and in those communal rights around 2 lakhs people, more than 2 lakhs people were killed in these communal rights. Apart from that, it was also the time period when peoples were having a fresh memory of the Quit India movement, which took place in the year 1942. And by having the memory of the Quit India movement, they were having the memory how all the people of India came together, how it was a mass movement in which all the people came together, and the power of the masses make the Britishers to move out of the country. It was also the time when people knew well of the Indian National Army, which was there, which was led by the Subhash Chandra Bose, and who run the army, Indian National Army, by the foreign aid. So people were having a different kind of the memory, different type of the things in their mind when the work of the, when India got the independence and when the work of the framing of the constitution started. It was the time during which, during 1940s, there were mass protests also in the country. Mass protests by the peasants as well as by the workers in different part of the country. Means they were also demanding the things for their right. And at the same time, it was the time when there were two political parties. One was the Indian National Congress, another was the Muslim League. It was also the time when both the political parties were failed in getting the social harmony. Social harmony was not strong at the time. Why? Because both the political parties were failed for coming to any of the negotiation. And it was also the time when the Great Calcutta killing was done in the year 1946. 1946, it was started from the August itself, when Jinnah called for the Direct Action Day. So from that time, the Great Calcutta killing, it was started from Calcutta. This the communal rights during the time of the partition, which was started from the city of Calcutta in the month of August 1946, and it is spread to the whole of the North India. Especially the killing was more in the Bengal region, in the west, in the region of the Bengal as well as the Punjab region. So these communal rights and the killing were there in the region of the North India as well as the East India. So all these things were there which make the time to be the tumultuous time, to be the time of the disorderness in the country. And when the work of the framing of the constitution was started, the framers of the constitution were having their own problem. They were having the problems of the princely state. There were many princely states under the Britishers, and when India got the independence, these princely states were left on their own desire to whom they want to join, or whether they want to be independent or they join India or the Pakistan. So this was also one of the great problem before the framer of the constitution, how to deal with this problem. Apart from that, the partition, there was the problem of the partition, and this problem gave rise to many lakhs of thousands of the refugees in the country. So this was also one of the problem to where to settle these refugees. So under these tumultuous time, that the work of the framing of the constitution was started and it was completed. After this student, now we discuss another topic, that is the dominant voice. Dominant voice in the Constituent Assembly. As I told you that Constituent Assembly consists of around 300 members, or in total 299 members. Among these members, there were mainly 6 members were there. The 6 members were there who played the key role or the very important role in the framing of the Constitution. Those 6 members are Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel, Rajendra Prasad, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, K.M. Munshi ji, and Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer. Among these 6 members, mainly these 3 members belong to the Congress party and known as the Congress tribe. Okay, so what was the role played by the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? When the work of the framing of the Constitution was started, before that, on the date of 13th November 1946, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had given the objective resolution. Objective resolution. In detail regarding this we will discuss later on, but the main thing in this objective resolution is that it tells the framework or the key things on the basis of which the Constitution which is going to be drafted for India was to be drafted. So this objective resolution gives just the basic framework for the new Constitution to be framed. So this is objective resolution which was given by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru when the work of the framing of the Constitution was started before that. Now Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel played the important role in the background. He don't come on the scene, but he mainly done all the work in the background, like he played a very important role in joining the princely state like the state of Hyderabad or other princely state with the India. The third member, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad worked as the president of the Constituent Assembly. He worked as the president and gave the chance to everyone to raise their voice in the Constituent Assembly or to put their own viewpoint in the Constituent Assembly. Now Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he, on the suggestion of Mahatma Gandhi, he joined Union Cabinet as a law minister. And later on, when the work of the framing of the Constitution was started, he was appointed there as the head of the drafting commission. Like as I told you, there were many committees which were made. So one committee was the drafting committee which did the work of the framing of the framing of the Constitution. So Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the head of the drafting committee or the chairman of the Constituent Assembly. Now fifth was the K.M. Munshi, who belonged to Gujarat, and sixth was Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, who belonged to Madras. Both of them gave a crucial input in the framing of the Constitution, crucial ideas in the framing of the Constitution. Apart from these 6 main members who played a crucial role in this, there were 2 civil servants also whose role in the framing of Constitution was also important. One was B.N. Rao and another was S.N. Mukherjee. The role played by B.N. Rao was that he was the constitutional advisor of the government of India when the work of the framing of the Constitution was done. He prepared a series of the background papers based on the study of the political system which was there in other countries of the world. And on the basis of those political system which was there in other part of the world, in the countries of the world, the Constitution in India was drafted. Means those background papers, the homework done by him played a very important role in giving the idea to the members of the Constituent Assembly in framing the new Constitution for India. S.N. Mukherjee, he was the chief draughtsman. Draughtsman means beta the one who has a skill of writing. He have a great skill, art of writing a complex proposal, a complex thing into a simple legal language. So students, all these are the important members of the Constituent Assembly. Thank you.